Lila Grant was nobody special, or at least that's what she told herself. She lived in a small, warm apartment in Willow Creek, a sleepy town that seemed forgotten by the rest of the world. At 21, Leela worked two jobs, a late night shift at the cafe and a morning job at a local bakery. She lived for the quiet hours between shifts, when her apartment was filled with the scent of coffee and cinnamon rolls. But her life had been shaped by loss. Her parents died when she was 13, leaving her to care for her younger brother, Jamie. Life had taught her to be self reliant, to move quietly through trouble, and to trust her instincts. But nothing could prepare her for what happened one rainy night that would change her life forever. It was nearing midnight when Leela locked up the cafe. The rain was coming down in sheets, the street lights glowing faintly through the mist. She wrapped her scarf tighter around her neck and began to short walk home. That's when she saw it, a black van parked at the far end of the alley beside her building. Its engine was running. Shadows moved inside. A muffled sound caught her attention, something that sounded like a muffled cry. Her heart slammed against her ribs. Something is wrong. She slipped closer. Rainwater splashed under her boots through the tin windows. She caught a glimpse of a small shape, someone tied up. She froze, her mind raced, her phone screen lit up, but there was no signal. Through the dim light, she heard two deep voices inside the van. Ransom, Reynolds, tonight. The name struck her like a blow. Reynolds, Clary Reynolds, the daughter of one of the wealthiest and most influential men in the state. Her story had been in the news several times. Kidnapped ransom, but she never thought she had been part of something like that. Leela could call for help, but time was slipping away. She had seconds, not minutes. She circled the van quietly and noticed a small rear door slightly ajar. She took a breath, ignoring the pounding in her chest. She crept in. Inside, Clary Reynolds was slumped in the corner, gagged, her wrists bound with coarse rope. Her eyes were wide with terror, her makeup streaked with tears. Leela felt a surge of protectiveness. Hey, Leela whispered, I'm here to help. Clary's eyes darted toward her, filled with desperation and disbelief. Leela untied her quickly. We need to go out now. Before they could move, one of the kidnappers turned toward them. Leela froze for a heartbeat, then acted. She grabbed an old bag of flour from the crates in the van and hurled it towards the man. The distraction bought Clary precious seconds. She slipped out into a hidden recess behind stacked crates. The kidnappers cursed and ran after Leela. Rain slashed against her face as she bolted into the alley. She ducked, twisted, and led them on a chase through the maze of Willow Creek's streets. Somewhere behind her, Clary was escaping. Leela heard shouting, sirens beginning to wail. The police arrived just in time to arrest the two men. Leela collapsed against the cold brick wall of the alley, breathing hard. Clary ran toward her, tears in her eyes. You saved my life, Clary whispered. I don't know how to thank you. You don't have to, Leela said softly. Just promise me something. Promise me you will be safe. Mr. Reynolds was shaken, grateful, and desperate to repay her. But Leela refused. I'm not doing this for money, she said. I just want to make sure no one else goes through what Clary did tonight. Her act of bravery became national news. Headlines called her the girl who saved a millionaire's daughter. Interviews followed, awards, recognition. But for Leela, the real change was deeper. She felt a sense of purpose she had never known before. A year later, Leela opened the Grant Foundation of Victims of Crime, dedicated to protecting and supporting victims of kidnapping and violence. She used her story not for fame, but to empower others. Clary and Leela stayed close. Sometimes, when Leela walked past the alley where it happened, she shivered, but she also smiled. That night had shown her something she had never forget. The courage wasn't about being fearless. It was about acting despite fear. And Leela Grant had acted.